Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS soaps, both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. And this is your bold and the beautiful recap for September 1st. And looks like in this episode, Deacon is about tired of Lena. However, Lena, aka Sheila, get a quick glance at Finn. Then Hope decides to sneak over to the Foresters to see if Thomas is telling the truth about Douglas's situation. And Brooke and Liam thinks Thomas is trying to get close to Hope again. So we're going to unpack all of this. So before we do, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to this channel to receive all updates. And please don't forget to like and share. So we're over at Deacons New Place. Deacon and Sheila look like they just got out the shower together. And as much as he may have enjoyed that shower, he is absolutely hating the fact of this whole roommate situation. But he don't want to risk going to prison himself by turning Sheila in. So, of course, we all know Sheila offered some money and some time between the sheets to ease Deacon's pain. However, Deacon can't deny the chemistry. As I said, it looked like they got out of the shower together, but it doesn't make it that much easier to deal with Sheila and her insanity. Now, Deacon hears in this episode about Sheila's next doomed idea, which he immediately pushed her to cut it, don't even think about it. Sheila becomes obsessed with the idea of seeing Finn ASAP, and she thinks that she has the perfect plan to pull it off. She spells out how the scheme will go, and Deacon just won't see how this can end in anything but disaster. Now, Sheila will be she took a major gamble by venturing outside Deacon's apartment because he left his phone. She tried to catch him. She said, you know what, I'm just going to put on my stuff. This is my excuse to get out the house. Let me just go and bring him that phone. And at the same time, with her thinking about Finn, she thinks just in case she happened to take the chance to run into Finn, this whole trip will be absolutely worth it. And yeah, it gets interesting a little bit later on. So while all that is going on over there, let's head over to Il Giardino, where we see both Finn and Lee having a conversation. They're having some lunch together. She's just happy that she can actually lay eyes on her living son. And she's gushing over the fact of what they had to go through and the fact that he made it through all of this. And then the conversation shifts to nothing but Sheila the rest of the way. And one thing I did see is the fact that he is still feeling conflicted because as much as he hates what Sheila has done, it's still his birth mother. There is a connection. And Lee recognizes that. So I'm glad that she did. Now back over at Deacon's place, because of the fact that Deacon left his phone, she figured that she's going to put on her whole get up, the disguise, the mask and everything, head over there and take him his phone. Now, she also realizes this is an excuse to get out the house as well because she don't want to be cooped up and she might have the chance of running into Finn. Well, her chances are pretty great at this point, as we all know. So she grabs Deacon's phone, she heads out the door and heads over to Il Giardino. Now, while he's there, he runs into Deacon. Deacon was about to take his food. He's happy to see that Finn is still alive. Finn thanks him for saving his life in the alley. And, he's asking, well, how you doing? How you feeling? I hope everything is okay. And while they're having this conversation, Sheila shows up in her whole get up to bring the phone. Deacon spots her and nearly passed out. But she didn't say anything. She just pointed to the phone saying that you left your phone. And of course, Finn is like, are you okay? What's going on with you? She's still trying to get his attention to come get his phone. And Finn turns around. It left us at a Thursday cliffhanger. We'll find out tomorrow whether or not, Finn actually recognizes this person in this disguise. On a different note, let's head over to Brooke's house. Brooke, Liam, and Hope is, of course, in crisis mode. Now, I know I use that term a lot, but they're overly emotional about this whole situation that's going on with Douglas. And of course, Brooke doesn't help, because as much as it seems that Hope is trying to keep a level head, Brooke continues to say, this can't happen. You can't allow it to happen. That boy don't need to be there. This is his home. Now, speaking of Douglas, he's over at his grandparents' house and with his dad, or great-grandparents too. And they're having a conversation about how great his artwork is. And Douglas is wondering what happened to his paints. And so, of course, nobody said what happened. But, of course, everybody in that room know what happened. And the fans know, too. But all in all, they're having a great time. Back over at Brooke's house, Liam is still trying to push this issue. And we'll find out a little bit later why he feels the way he feels. He got a little bit of insecurity going on. So Hope lets them in on the fact that Thomas had a conversation with her, and Thomas invited her to go over and see how life is at the Forrester Mansion where Douglas is. And of course, I don't know why this is an issue, but for some reason, Liam and Brooke thinks it's a big issue, as if it's some form of manipulation or something. Get over yourself. So now back over at the Forrester Mansion, Taylor is pretty much applauding her son and how well everything is going. Nobody locks their doors as usual. Hope sneaks in, listening to their conversation. Thank God Thomas caught her. And so, of course, Taylor exits stage door left. And you know she was looking crazy, because she's like, okay, what is she up to? So they had a whole conversation. Hope said, I took you up on your offer to come over here and check things out. And he was like, great. We're having a good time. He's having a lot of fun. And, I don't know what she's expecting, that he's locked up in the room in chains or something. I don't understand all of that, but whatever, Hope. So Douglas runs in because he's excited about what he's reading about spiders. And so he tells his dad, did you know this and that about spiders? And then he spot Hope. He was glad to see her. He said he misses Beth and Liam. And so she got this big old smile on her face, like she just won some points in this whole competition. And so Thomas is just smiling like, okay, great. He's glad to see you. What else should we expect? Hope, please stop. Back over at Brooke's house, these two, which they create this whole scenario about the fact that something must be going on where Thomas is trying to get close to her again. And a lot of this is coming from the insecurities of Liam, because he says he don't feel comfortable with Thomas being alone with Hope. And so, of course, Brooke didn't help the issue by saying, well, you think something's going on? And he's like, there's still a part of me that... I'm like, dude, really? It was a brain tumor that caused all this. The brain tumor is gone. He's back to, normal. And he's had counseling. Get over yourself. If you that freaked out, that's a you problem, not a Thomas problem. But obviously, of course, they don't never take accountability for their thoughts. It's always somebody else's problem. And of course, with this new theory and narrative they're creating, is definitely something that Brooke and, of course, Liam is going to ride on that gravy train. So we'll have to see if they push this and how far would it go, and is it going to cause a bigger issue in this whole custody battle. So there you have it, your Bold and the Beautiful recap for Thursday, September 1st, 2022. If you haven't checked out the Young and the Restless recap, it has been already uploaded to this channel. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.